Homicide, 1914. The case of 19-year-old Henry Brown. Henry Brown was convicted of the murder of his sweetheart, Nellie Galloway, 18, and sentenced to death, but reprieved on account of his youth. He murdered her in a fit of jealousy. Nellie Galloway was the daughter of a carter and lived at 2 Buxton Street in Hardwick. She and Henry Brown had been keeping company for the previous 4 years, and for about 8 weeks prior to the murder, Henry Brown had lodged with Nellie Galloway and her parents. Nellie Galloway's father said that on the 26th of October 1914, at about 6:30 p.m, he, his wife, Nellie Galloway and Henry Brown went out together and returned home at about 8:45 p.m. He said that he then went to the King's Head, and that whilst he was there, another one of his daughters came to see him, and said that when she did, he noticed that her pinafore was covered with blood. He said that owing to what she told him, he went home and then saw Nellie Galloway lying at the top of Buxton Street on the footpath with her throat cut and apparently dead. Nellie Galloway's father said that Nellie Galloway and Henry Brown had had tiffs before, but said that he had never heard him threaten her. Nellie Galloway's mother said that while Henry Brown had been living with them, that she had heard him say that if Nellie Galloway left him, that he would do away with himself, but said that she had never heard him say that he would harm Nellie Galloway. She said that on the 26th of October 1914 that they had gone out to the picture theatre at 6:30 and returned home at about 8:45 p.m. and gone into the kitchen. She said that a few minutes afterwards, Nellie Galloway and Henry Brown went into the front room where they remained until about 10 p.m. She said that she could hear them having a tiff and said that she asked them what the matter was and said that Nellie Galloway replied, "Oh, nothing. He's got proper deceitful lately. He's been writing about me." Nellie Galloway's mother said that they were friendly at the time. She said that at about 10:15 p.m, Nellie Galloway and her sister and Henry Brown went out together to do some shopping, and that about a quarter of an hour later she heard Nellie Galloway's sister screaming in Buxton Street, and said that when she went out, her other daughter told her something, and that in consequence she went running up the street to see, but was held back by her neighbours. A labourer who could not speak was the companion of Nellie Galloway's brother, said that he had known Nellie Galloway for about a month, and that he had gone to 2 Buxton Street at about 8 p.m. on the 26th of October 1914, where he had seen Henry Brown, who had given him a note. The note read, "I'm upset because she is turning on me. I've been with her 4.5 years, and it is breaking my heart to think that she would turn against me. She thinks more of you than me. Please do not show this to anybody." Nellie Galloway's 11-year-old sister said that on the night of the 26th of October 1914, she was at home and that at about 10:15 p.m. she went out shopping with Nellie Galloway and Henry Brown. She said that as they came back along Temperance Street, Henry Brown and Nellie Galloway were whispering to each other, noting that she was walking along the right-hand side of Henry Brown. She said that Henry Brown tried to put his hand on Nellie Galloway's shoulder 2 or 3 times, but that Nellie Galloway said, "Stop it," and that when they reached the corner of Buxton Street, Henry Brown put his left arm around Nellie Galloway's shoulder and then put his left hand over her mouth and pushed her head back. She said that she then saw Henry Brown pull something bright out of his pocket and put it across her throat, and said that Nellie Galloway then said, "Oh," and fell to the ground. She said that Henry Brown then ran away and that Nellie Galloway got up and walked to 18 Buxton Street where she fell. She said that she then ran off and told her mother. A policeman that had been in Chancery Lane at about 10:20 p.m. said that he heard screams and that when he went to Buxton Street he found Nellie Galloway lying on the footpath about 20 yards from Temperance Street. He said that when he turned her body over, he found that she appeared to be dead. He said that he then took her to the infirmary where she was pronounced dead. Henry Brown's brother-in-law, who lived at 2 Broome Street in Ancoats, said that on the 26th of October 1914, at about 10:50 p.m, Henry Brown came to his house crying. He said that when he asked him what was wrong, Henry Brown said, "I have done it." He said that when he asked Henry Brown what he had done, Henry Brown said, "I have cut her throat. I have courted her for 4 years and I have only just found her out." Henry Brown's brother-in-law said that he advised Henry Brown to give himself up, but said that Henry Brown said, "No, I will go where I work, and if they want me, they can come for me. I have 1D. I'll have a ride out to Old Trafford. I'll go over Royals Bridge." Henry Brown's brother-in-law said that Henry Brown then said good night and left. The police constable said that on the 27th of October 1914, at about 6 a.m, he was looking for Henry Brown with another police constable and went to the railway sidings at Cornbrook in Old Trafford, and that after searching about for a bit, he found Henry Brown in a workman's cabin. He said that when he found him, he told him that they were looking for a man that matched his description, and said that Henry Brown asked, "What's it for?" and that when he said, "For an affair that occurred last night in Temperance Street with a girl," that Henry Brown replied, "I'm not the man," and then immediately added, "How is she?" The police constable then said, "She is dead," and said that Henry Brown then said, "I'm the man you're looking for." The police then searched him and found a blood-stained razor. Henry Brown was convicted of murder on the 16th of November 1914 and sentenced to death, but reprieved on the 7th of December 1914. Buxton Street has since been redeveloped, with little remaining from 1914.